You know, I played from 1970 until 82, and I don't know what happened. Oh, I know what happened. I got married, and I had shoulder surgery, so that was over. Then when I turned 40, I hadn't played for 9 years. When I turned 40, I had just gotten divorced, so that, whatever time range. And I decided, I think I'll try to play on the AVP tour. You know, and when I played, there was no blocking over. You couldn't penetrate the net. Nobody jump served. It was more of a war of attrition. It was like matches were 2 out of 3 to 11. Some tournaments never finished because you played until dark. So it was more, the teams that won, you had to be in really good shape. You had to outlast certain people. And anyway, I tried to play in the sad thing is I had more money in 91 than I did my whole career. And I think the best I ever did was 7. But, so we'll skip that. Then I had an opportunity to work for the AVP, and I ran tournaments with Gage. When he wasn't there, I was going to tournaments, and I got to do that for 5 years. And you know what? I just liked being around beach volleyball. I loved going to the tournaments, setting up the tournaments, watching people play volleyball. I loved it. I really liked it. And then in 1997, I had an opportunity. Billy Berger was representing Jose Loyola, and Berger asked me if I wanted to coach, and I'd never coached before. I never even thought of it. So anyway, I hooked up with Loyola, and I had this really good feeling about this guy. Loyola was like a guy with a great heart, who worked his ass off, who was a phenomenal beach volleyball player. There was like little things that he didn't do right, but I had this relationship with him where, I mean, the people that see him now, that see him play now, it's like, you don't know how good Loyola was. In like 2000 and 1999, the guy was so good, it was incredible. And I got to coach him and Steffes, and then I got to coach with Jenny and Annette, and I loved that stuff. I love to watch people play, and then the things that they learn or you're trying to teach, they do, and I don't know, I really love doing that. But then I stopped doing that. So, anyway, you know what? I just loved beach volleyball. For me, it was like, the 70s was like an incredible time in my life. I spent all my time on the beach. I got to play volleyball. I got to be good at it. I got adulation from it. I got to meet a lot of cool people. There's people in this room that I played against, and I've seen grow up, and I don't know, man. And then I guess I'll just say something about the Manhattan Open. The Manhattan Open, when I first started to play volleyball, all you wanted to do was win the Manhattan Open. There was only, like I said, 10 tournaments, and I think the most I ever played there was 14. But the Manhattan Open was the one tournament that you wanted to win, because it had the most teams. One year I played, there was Greg and I won the tournament in '75. There was 134 teams in that tournament. And you got to play against all these guys. And it was like, it had the biggest crowds, it had the most knowledgeable fans. But it was like, if you won them, you didn't win any other tournament, but if you won the Manhattan Open, you were pretty good. It's like Hobbs said, if you don't win the Manhattan Open more than once, then you and just before I start, I want to thank Matt Gage, who's not here. I was hoping Matt would show up. I got to play with Matt in, I don't know how many, I can't remember how many tournaments we won or whatever, but Gage was one of the most fun guys to play with. He was like really intense, and I was probably a little more intense, but Gage was like a really, really good player. And Gage, I think, was by far the best bump setter. Gage had unbelievable ball control, but he was the best bump setter. I could hit his sets better than anybody else's. Weird fact. Oh, shit. Okay. I know we all want to go home. So anyway, I want to thank Eric, and I want to thank the City of Manhattan Beach, Dave, and everybody else that showed up, my friends John and his wife Risco, James Ruboni. Sit up. Very, very nice. I have 3 friends, and they all came. Okay, anyway, yeah, thank you very much. This is a huge honor for me. It's like, it's very hard for me to take this stuff in. I'm not like a loud, whatever. But anyway, it's a big honor, and I appreciate everybody showing up and all those pictures and art. Thanks for those pictures. They're cool. At least you were there back in the 70s. I had a great time playing beach volleyball, and I'm stoked. I am happy that everybody's making money. You know, it's unbelievable that the volleyball has come to the point where people can make a living at playing beach volleyball. What a treat, you know. One last thing here. When I was playing with Gage, you know, we won the Hermosa Open in 1980. I think we beat. Well, I know Hav played in it, and I 1980, we won the Hermosa Beach Open. We got a free pitcher at the poop deck and a frozen yogurt. In 1990, Looney's and Johnson won the Hermosa Open, and they got 100 grand. And Hav was in that tournament. Didn't win. Big deal. Yeah, so whatever. Thank you very much.
I think we learned just a couple things here, ladies and gentlemen. One, and I think you'll all agree, that is one of the greatest speeches you're ever going to hear. I think you'll agree that every player playing now should watch the video of that speech. Number 3, as I told MD before, I was born much too late. I wish I was a teenager in the 70s. And number 4, Mango got laid, and he got laid a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Eric from Moana, Canyon Seaman, the AVP, Dave Williams, phenomenal job. The City of Manhattan.